Before Play-Doh was the toy that launched a billion childhood memories, it was something completely different. A way to clean coal soot off your grandmother's wallpaper. Picture Cincinnati, Ohio in the 1930s. Most American homes burned coal for heat, and coal was dirty business. Black soot would seep from furnaces and settle onto wallpaper, turning once bright patterns into grimy shadows. Washing wallpaper with water would destroy it. Repainting was expensive. Housewives across America desperately needed a solution. Enter Kroger Grocery, one of the nation's largest chains, which approached Cincinnati soap manufacturer Kootol Products with a challenge: create something that could clean wallpaper without damaging it. Noah McVicker, working for Kootol Products, went to his laboratory with a simple goal: make putty that could lift coal residue without leaving stains. He combined flour, water, salt, and a few other ingredients, creating a soft, pliable compound. The putty worked beautifully. You'd press it against the dirty wallpaper, roll it gently, and the soot would stick to the compound while the paper stayed intact. Kootol began manufacturing this wallpaper cleaner, and it sold steadily through the 1930s and 1940s. But by the early 1950s, Noah McVicker faced a crisis. America was abandoning coal furnaces for cleaner natural gas and oil heat. Wallpaper wasn't getting dirty anymore. Sales were plummeting. The wallpaper cleaner was becoming obsolete. The product seemed destined for history's trash heap. Then came a phone call that would change everything. In 1954, Kay Zufall, a nursery school teacher in New Jersey and sister-in-law to Noah's nephew Joe McVicker, read a newspaper article about art projects using wallpaper cleaning putty. She ordered some from Kootol and brought it to her classroom. The children went wild for it. They rolled it into snakes, pressed it flat, made crude figures. Unlike clay, it didn't dry out during playtime. Unlike modeling clay, it didn't stain clothes or stick to surfaces. And unlike actual dough, it didn't mold or attract pests. Kay called Joe McVicker with urgent excitement. She'd seen the future of their dying product, and it wasn't on wallpaper. Joe was skeptical. Noah was even more doubtful. They made wallpaper cleaner, not toys. But Kay persisted. The first challenge was the name. Noah and Joe wanted to call it Rainbow Modeling Compound. Professional, descriptive, completely boring. Kay and her husband pushed back hard. They wanted something playful, something that told children exactly what it did. After weeks of debate, Kay won. They'd call it Play-Doh. Play-Doh's success revolutionized the toy industry's thinking. Before Play-Doh, most toys were finished products: dolls, trucks, balls. Play-Doh was raw material. The toy was what children imagined. This concept spawned an entire category of creative play toys. By 1965, Play-Doh was so valuable that food giant General Mills purchased Rainbow Crafts for $3 million. The wallpaper cleaner had become more valuable than most American companies. Play-Doh was exported to Britain, France, and Italy, beginning its conquest of global childhood. In 1955, Joe McVicker took cans of Play-Doh to an educational convention in Washington, D.C. Teachers loved it. Woodward and Lothrop, a major department store, immediately opened an account. Joe formed Rainbow Crafts Company to manufacture Play-Doh as a toy. But there was a problem. The wallpaper cleaner formula had too much salt, which made sculptures dry white and crusty. In 1957, chemist Dr. Tien Liu reformulated the compound, reducing salt content so dried creations maintained their color. This single change transformed Play-Doh from classroom curiosity to commercial powerhouse. Rainbow Crafts packaged Play-Doh in cardboard cans with metal bottoms. They offered 3 colors: red, yellow, and blue. A 3-pack of 7-ounce cans sold for less than $2. For comparison, Barbie dolls cost $3. Play-Doh was affordable. Joe McVicker made a brilliant gamble. In 1957, he spent a substantial portion of Rainbow Crafts' budget on television advertising, targeting shows that reached children directly: Captain Kangaroo, Ding Dong School, and Romper Room. The ads worked spectacularly. Children saw other kids creating with Play-Doh and begged their parents to buy it. By 1958, just 3 years after the educational convention, Play-Doh sales hit $3 million, equivalent to $33 million today. What made Play-Doh different from modeling clay or actual dough was its forgiveness. You could smush your creation and start over instantly. There was no permanent consequence to experimentation. Child development experts praised how it encouraged creativity without fear of failure. By the early 1960s, Play-Doh had become a cultural phenomenon. It appeared in schools, homes, churches, and community centers. Parents appreciated that it was affordable, reusable, and kept children occupied for hours. The compound smelled distinctive, a sweet, slightly musky, vanilla-like scent with wheat and salt undertones. That smell became memory itself for an entire generation. In 1960, Bob Bogild and Bill Dale invented the Play-Doh Fun Factory, a toy press that extruded the compound through shaped dies. Children could now make perfect spaghetti, stars, or ribbons. The Fun Factory became nearly as iconic as Play-Doh itself. The 1970s brought the Fuzzy Pumper barber and beauty shop, where extruded Play-Doh became hair for styling. The 1980s saw a practical change. Cardboard cans with rust-prone metal bottoms were replaced with all-plastic containers. Less nostalgic but more functional, corporate ownership changed hands repeatedly. Kenner bought it in 1967. Tonka acquired it in 1987. Finally, in 1991, toy giant Hasbro purchased the brand and placed it under their Playskool division, where it remains today. Today's Play-Doh is simultaneously similar and transformed. The basic formula remains water, salt, and flour, remarkably close to Noah McVicker's original wallpaper cleaner. But modern versions include retrogradation inhibitors, preservatives, and petroleum additives for smoothness. The color palette exploded from 3 colors to dozens, including metallic gold and silver. In 2012, Hasbro introduced Play-Doh Plus, a softer, more pliable formula for younger children. Licensed playsets now feature everything from Disney characters to kitchen appliances. Some sets integrate digital components, scanning creations into tablet apps. The scent remained so culturally significant that in 2018, Hasbro successfully trademarked Play-Doh's smell, describing it officially as a combination of a sweet, slightly musky, vanilla-like fragrance with slight overtones of cherry and the natural smell of a salted wheat-based dough. It's one of the few scents ever trademarked. From 1955 to 2005, more than 2 billion cans of Play-Doh were sold. Today it's distributed in 75 countries at 95 million cans annually. In 1998, Play-Doh was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame. 5 years later, the Toy Industry Association named it one of the 100 most memorable toys of the 20th century. What began as a solution to coal-stained wallpaper became a canvas for imagination. Noah McVicker created it to solve a problem that no longer exists. Kay Zufall saw potential where others saw obsolescence. Together, they transformed refuse into legacy. Every squish, every sculpture, every sniff of that distinctive smell is the echo of a dying wallpaper cleaner that refused to die. If this story of accidental genius inspired you, subscribe for more histories of everyday objects that change the world. What other childhood favorite has a secret origin story? Let me know in the comments.